Guys, I want to take a couple different blocks of time, like 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 maybe, and teach you how to really be super efficient at using those blocks of time to train and get better. I think somebody who is great at identifying and snagging those 3 minute, 5 minute opportunities here and there throughout the week, man, that time really, really adds up. I used to be one to make these really complex training plans when I was a kid, and it was like hours of this and hours of that. And after a while, I realized I never do any of this stuff, or I might do like a day, and then you're sore for 3 days. And I think for a lot of people, when you think I'm going to train and it has to be this big chunk of time, you just think, I can't even do it, right? Because everybody's busy. You are not too busy to train. That is true for nobody. And I'm going to prove it to you. Maybe you don't want me to prove it to you because that's like a nice illusion to hold on to, that you're too busy to train. But it's really not the case, because 3 minutes, man, you can get a lot done. And that's what we're doing today. We're doing the 3-minute workout. All right, so if you had 3 minutes to train, I mean, what is 3 minutes? Your coffee brewing or something like that, right? Like 3 minutes only to train. What could you get done? What would be the best use of that time? All right, so here's what I'm going to suggest to you. Let's get up together. Let's say you want to start by just moving a little bit, and we want to hit our arms and our legs, just go through some ranges of motion and just kind of get the blood going and raise that body temperature a little bit. So I would start with a little hands-only shadow boxing. Nothing's warm. We're going to go over 3 minutes. But shadow box for the first 30 seconds. All right, so let's do that right now. So guard is up, ready to go. You check your guard. And just try to be loose. And you don't have to aim everything to the same spot. You can move around. Check your guard, check your breathing. Get your legs into it. Go for about another 10 seconds. Mix up your combinations a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, then I would do a little dynamic stretch for the legs. Front ups, side ups, crescents. I don't think it matters too much. Let's do front ups for right now. Just bring your guard in, exhale at the top, do the same leg. Let's do 7 on each side. So that'll end up being, another 20 seconds. We'll call it 30. Okay, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Then we're going to do a form with purpose. And I think it could be any form. You say, okay, I'm going to do this form and work on tight fists or deep stances or whatever. I'm going to work on tight fists. I'm going to do form 1. So let's do a form. Ready, stance. 2. Begin. Guard. And just think about your one thing that you picked out. Let everything else be autopilot. Scissor. Guard. Guard. There. Okay, so let's start to add this up. It took us about 30 seconds to shadow box, about another 30 seconds to do some dynamic stretching. That's 1 of our minutes down. We had 2 minutes to go. We used, it probably takes about 45 seconds to do a form. So let's say we're at 1:45, and that gives us 1:15 to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a little strength movement just wherever I feel weak. Right? Do you feel weak in your squat, weak in your push-up, weak in your abs? Whatever it is, whatever you want to work on, you just pick it and just do one really good set. One really good set where you're not going to kill yourself, you're not going to go to failure or anything, but you're going to feel like, yep, you're feeling those muscles work, you're waking them up, you're making some improvement in that thing. All right, so maybe for us today it's push-ups. Maybe I'm not a full push-up person yet, so I got my chair, got my stairs, and I'm going to do a nice set and not slide all the way across the floor. All right, so nice set of our push-ups here. I'm going to go over here on the stairs. I don't know if you can see me, but that doesn't matter because you're doing your own. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And rest. And you know that doesn't take a long time if you had that planned out beforehand, especially since our front ups doesn't really take 30 seconds to do 7 on each side. Let's say that we got those push-ups in as soon as our form is over, and that took a minute as well. So now we're 2 minutes down. We have 1 minute to go. Let's say in your final minute, if we wanted this to be kind of an easy one, we could pick a stretch. I always tell the kids a stretch that you stink at. Pick a stretch you want to get better at. Work on your mobility. Could be, let's say it's going to be our squat, okay? So I get to the bottom of my squat, and I'm going to hang out down here, and we just kind of move around in that a little bit, and we're going to hang out here for our last minute and stretch. Could be the splits, could be your pigeon, whatever. Okay. Now, that last segment, by then, you know, you could be working on kicks as well. If you have some kicking, advanced kicking things that you want to be working on, some sparring combinations, I think that last minute could be used that way as well with kicking. So we did a little shadow box, a little dynamic stretch to make sure that we don't hurt ourselves. We got into a form with purpose. We did a strength move, and then we got a choice: either hit some hit some positions where we need to improve our mobility a little bit, like a squat or a split, and then we also said that you could do some kicking. So, man, look at how much that is, right? Like that is a crazy amount of work that you could put into 3 minutes, and you would not be totally like huffing and puffing at the end. I think the problem comes when you look at that workout and you think, that's nothing. That doesn't really do anything. I think it does. I think it does a lot. And if everybody were doing that all the time, I can tell you what, you would come down the stairs at the karate school, you would go to your next Zoom class, and you would feel like, man, I can't wait to show off. Now I really am feeling ahead in my training. And it just comes from piecing together those little chunks.